Hi guys, you're welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Presh. I'm here to take you on anything sewing tutorials, DIYs, anything related to sewing. Just click on the subscription button to subscribe to my channel. It's totally free. You don't have to pay anything to subscribe. Just subscribe. Turn on your notification bell so that each time I upload a video, you get the notification on your phone. I drop videos every week on sewing tutorials, anything at all sewing. I love you. Thank you. Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. Okay guys, in today's tutorial, we'll be learning how to do basic bodice pattern drafting. So stay tuned. Okay, these are the materials we'll be needing for this tutorial. You'll be needing your scissors, your marker or chalk, anything, your fabric or illustration paper, and of course your measurements. So all I did here was I measured myself and I divided all my measurements that I needed for this into four. I divided them into four and wrote them out. So you can also do so that you will not forget yours. So and I went ahead and folded my fabric into two. So the first thing I did was to get my chest line measurement from my shoulder. My chest line is 8 inches. Then I got my half length, that is from my shoulder to my underbust. That is the lines I drew, and I'm going to make a straight line. Okay, the remaining down part will be for the length of my top. So those are the lines. I'm going to label them. The first line I have here is my chest line. I'm going to label it as my chest line. So I'm going to label that. It didn't show very well. So my second line is my half length. That is from my shoulder to my underbust. And the last line is my full length. So I don't know if that is visible enough, but you can make your own length as long as you want. But I'm working according to what I have on my paper. So the next thing I'm going to do is to measure my shoulder. My shoulder measurement is 14 inches divided by 2, that is 7. So I'm going to mark my shoulder 7 inches. Just mark as so. Then that's my shoulder, 7 inches. And I'm going to draw a straight line from that 7 inches to meet the line on my chest line, the 8 inches down. So I'm going to draw it to meet the line down. So the next thing I'm going So I've done that. The next thing I'm going to do right now is to get the midpoint of my 8 inches. So the midpoint of my 8 inches is 4 inches. So this line actually will be where my armhole curve will start from. If yours is 9 inches, you divide your 9 inches into 2 and get the midpoint. So I think 9 inches should be 4.5. So I'm going to curve from that 4 inches to meet my chest line, and that is going to serve as my armhole. So if you have a curve ruler, you can use that, but if you don't have, you can still freehand it with me. It's totally okay. So I've done that, and the next thing I'm going to do right now is to label that as my armhole. So I'm going to those. So I've done that, and the next thing I'm going to do right now is to mark my neckline. So my shoulder is 7. I will divide that 7 into 2 again. That is 3.5. So I'm going to get that 3.5 as my neck width. That 3.5 is for my neck width. Then I will determine the depth of my neck. This totally depends on what you want. You can make yours more than what I did, or you can make it smaller. It depends on what you're working with. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to make a V-neck. You can do a round neck, you can do a sweetheart neck, but me, I decided to do a V-neck for this. So I'll place my ruler like so, and I'm going to draw a straight line from my 5 inches meeting the shoulder point to give me my V-neck line. So Just make sure your hand doesn't shift so that your neck, your dress will not be too open. So I'm going to do that. I've done that. As you can see, we already have the V neckline shape. So that is all for the neck. So the next thing I'm going to do right now, I'm going to get my shoulder slope. You know, our shoulder is not that straight. Our shoulder is a little bit slopey. So for me to get my shoulder slope, I'm going to come down from that 7 inches point. I'm going to come down by 1 inch. 1 inch. This is a standard measurement. You can't do more below 1 inch and you can't go more than 1 inch. So I'm going to connect from that 1 inch to meet the 3.5 inches I measured for my neckline. So as you can see, we have our shoulder slope. I'm going to label that as shoulder slope. So do this in any dress that has shoulder you're making. Just try to do that. It's very, very good, very, very important. So we are done with that, and the next thing I'm going to do right now is to insert my body measurements. So under my chest line, I'm going to insert my bust measurement, and under my half length, I'm going to insert my round measurement. That is my bust round measurement, and under my full length, I'm going to insert my waist measurement. So my bust measurement is 36 inches divided by 4, that is 9 inches. So I'm going to mark 9 inches for my bust, and I will go ahead to add extra 2 inches for my allowance. Don't forget to always add your allowance. I'm going to add extra 2 inches for my allowance. So I will do same for all my measurements. I will add to 2 inches. My round measurement is 30 inches, that is 7.5, and I will still add my 2 inches allowance. Then my round measurement and my waist measurement is the same. So I'm going to draw a straight line to meet my waist measurement, because it's the same line. It's the same measurement, the same 30 inches. So I'm going to go ahead and connect from my bust measurement to meet my waist, my half length measurement to give me my body shape. As you can see the way I'm curving it. Make sure you don't have any sharp edge. So that's all for that, and I'm going to go ahead